In the early 1920s, a new order descended upon the Levant. British forces, fresh from World War I, established control over a territory known as Mandatory Palestine.
This League of Nations mandate aimed to facilitate the establishment of a Jewish national home, alongside protecting the civil and religious rights of all inhabitants. It was a complex, ambitious undertaking.
The land was home to a vibrant tapestry of communities, a majority Arab population, Muslims and Christians, alongside ancient Jewish communities and new Zionist settlers. Jerusalem, the spiritual heart, teemed with life. Its ancient walls enclosed diverse neighborhoods, bustling markets, and sacred sites revered by three monotheistic faiths. The port city of Jaffa was a key economic hub, its citrus groves producing exports that reached Europe. It was predominantly Arab, a vibrant commercial center. Just north, Tel Aviv rapidly grew from a small settlement into a modern, all-Jewish city. Its Bauhaus architecture and wide boulevards symbolized a new Zionist vision. Beyond the cities, the landscape was a mosaic of agricultural fields and traditional villages. Farmers worked the land, much as their ancestors had for centuries. Jewish pioneers established new agricultural settlements, kibbutzim and moshavim, draining swamps, cultivating land, and building collective communities. The British invested in infrastructure. Railways connected Haifa and Jerusalem, roads improved, and ports expanded, facilitating trade and movement across the territory. British administrators, police, and civil servants maintained order. Their presence was omnipresent, from government offices in Jerusalem to local district outposts. As the 1920s progressed, the seeds of future conflict were sown. Arab leaders voiced growing opposition to Zionist immigration and land purchases. Jewish immigration, spurred by anti-Semitism in Europe, brought new waves of settlers, eager to build a national home envisioned by the Balfour Declaration. In 1929, simmering tensions erupted into widespread riots. Hebron saw the massacre of its Jewish community, and violence spread to Safed and other areas. The British responded with investigations, like the Shaw Commission. These inquiries highlighted the deep-seated grievances and the challenge of balancing conflicting promises. The 1930s brought increased immigration and Arab nationalist fervor. From 1936 to 1939, the Great Arab Revolt gripped Palestine. Arab villagers and urban populations rose against British rule and Zionist expansion. Strikes, boycotts, and armed insurgency challenged the mandate's authority. The British deployed significant military forces to quell the revolt, imposing curfews, conducting house searches, and using collective punishments. Jewish self-defense organizations, notably the Haganah, also grew in strength, often cooperating with the British against Arab insurgents. The Peel Commission of 1937 proposed partitioning Palestine into separate Arab and Jewish states, a radical idea met with both rejection and cautious interest. By 1939, the British issued the White Paper, severely restricting Jewish immigration and land sales. It alienated Jewish leaders, but failed to placate Arab demands. World War II temporarily shifted focus. Many Arabs and Jews enlisted in the British Army, fighting against Nazi Germany, but underlying tensions persisted. As the war ended, Jewish paramilitary groups like the Irgun and Lehi intensified their armed struggle against the British, demanding an end to the mandate.
Illegal Jewish immigration, known as Aliyah Bet, surged as Holocaust survivors sought refuge. British naval patrols intercepted ships, interning passengers in Cyprus.
The British, exhausted by war and facing a violent insurgency, declared their intention to withdraw from Palestine in February 1947, handing the problem to the United Nations. The United Nations Special Committee on Palestine, UNSCOP, visited the land. Delegates toured cities, met with leaders, and heard testimony from all sides. Their report, published in August 1947, again proposed partition, recommending separate Arab and Jewish states with an international zone for Jerusalem. On November 29, 1947, the UN General Assembly voted to adopt Resolution 181, endorsing the partition plan. Joy erupted in Jewish communities, while Arabs condemned it. The UN vote sparked immediate violence across Palestine. Arab and Jewish militias clashed, and the Mandate authorities struggled to maintain control.
British withdrawal accelerated, creating a power vacuum. Scenes of British troops packing up and departing became common.
As the last British High Commissioner left Haifa, David Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of the State of Israel in Tel Aviv on May 14, 1948. Within hours, neighboring Arab states invaded, launching the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The conflict displaced hundreds of thousands and redrew the map of the region. The Mandate era closed with a cataclysm, leaving behind a legacy of unresolved claims, a divided land, and an ongoing struggle for identity and territory.